and Monsters, directed by Pierre Coffin, and this is basically the 6th or 7th film in the Despicable Me franchise, and the 3rd film in the Minions trilogy, so far at least, by Illumination Entertainment. It stars the voice cast of Pierre Coffin, who's the director of the film, voiced the Minions, Jesse Eisenberg, Trey Parker, Allison Janney, Jeff Bridges, and many among others. Taking place before the events of Minions 2015, the film follows a group of minions as they aim to make a monster movie of their own in old Hollywood in 1920s. Okay, so Minions and Monsters. This film, I didn't really have high expectations because so far from what we had from Illumination, from the Despicable Me franchise, I mentioned it in the Despicable Me 4 review. If you want to check it out, it's back in 2024, 2 years ago, so check it out if you want to. Wasn't in love with these films. The first movie I liked. The rest have been either hit and miss. Second one, since the first, okay, I'll go back to the start. The first Despicable Me movie, I enjoyed it. It was a good film, I liked it. Despicable Me 2, it was decent, not as good as the first one, but it's still enjoyable. Then you have the Minions, 2015 was, didn't care for it. Despicable Me 3, didn't care for that one either. Minions, The Rise of Gru was just, never saw that film, never saw it, so I can't comment on that movie. Despicable Me 4, however, was, didn't really care for that one. Going into this one, kind of low expectations, didn't know what to expect from it, and I heard a lot of things about this movie, and after seeing this film quite recently, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be truthful, I actually didn't think it was that bad. I actually think it's better than I thought. I know some people will say, wait a minute, Ross, do you like this film? Do you like it? I'm not saying this movie is a masterpiece. I'm not going to say that. It's fine. It's harmless. It's one of the better films I've seen from Illumination. And a little bit of hot take here. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but I don't care. But if people are going to hate me for it, so be it. But I actually enjoyed this more than the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
What?
I know. Yep, I said it. Hate me later, but let's just get right to the review. I'll say this, the animation, from what you expect from it, it's decent, it's nice to look at, it is visually appealing, it is colourful, it has a nice colour palette to it, which I'll give it credit for Illumination style, even though their style is mostly the same from their style of work. But it's a decent plot, it has a nice, decent details. As far as the story goes, it's very straightforward, it's very, just nothing groundbreaking, it's simple. It's basically minions just trying to find their place in the world, but also they end up in Hollywood and they want to try to make their own movie. It's kind of predictable where the story's going. I had a feeling where it's specifically going. It doesn't take that long much. It takes about 10-15 minutes to get the story going. When they end Hollywood, I think that's when the story does pick up. And fairly enough, to my honest opinion, it doesn't really get much of the monsters until we get to across the second act, we get to the third act where they start having the monster thing going on, because I feel like the story does tackle a lot of things in Hollywood stuff, which does kind of dragged out a little bit. It does feel like, okay, when are we going to get to the monsters? When are we going to get to the monsters part? It does take that long, but when it does get to the monsters, that's where it gets more interesting. I think that's where the most interesting part of it. As far as the minions goes, they're fine, I guess. They're enjoyable. They're had the moments. They did give me some laughs. I got some laughs out of them. They're just there to be cute and funny, and they're just there to be there. Some people are getting sick of the minions, and the minions are there. I will give it some credit. They're just there to be cute, and they're just there for a laugh. But one thing I do appreciate this film did, it does deliver some Hollywood love letter, which I did give some credit for. It was the love letter to Hollywood, the old classic Hollywood stuff. And we do get some stuff there from Hollywood, from movies, especially with that opening scene, which I actually quite like. That I think adults will probably get, kids will probably say, what's all that stuff? But get the idea that's how Hollywood work. And then you get a little cameo from George Lucas from the opening scene. When I saw that, I had a big smile on my face. I remember going, George Lucas, that's cool. I liked it. And the humor is funny. I did laugh and chuckle a few parts here and there. There are some funny parts in it, and yes, you do get some subplots there. It's kind of annoying because you get three of the minions. What you basically get is, so the three minions who are basically making the film and want to make a monster movie, that is basically James, Ed, and Henry. The three minions, they're part of this filming crew to try and make their own movie, try and make the Minions versus Monsters movie. Then you have the other subplot with the other minions, basically with James the leader, who's with this robot guy who's basically voiced by Jesse Eisenberg's character called Dork, I think it is, Dort, who is basically a sci-fi robot in Norway. You don't really see his human form, you just see his robot form. And there's a subplot of him going on a date with this girl who is basically part of this women's rights thing about that women and men are supposed to be equal rights, which I've been guessing must be equally. Yeah, it's there. Didn't do much with it. It's just there's a subplot, and that's mostly it. It doesn't really do much. That's the thing about Illumination films. The story structure is basically you have this main plot, then you have these side plots going on. It doesn't really develop that much because the pacing is just goes in quick. It's kind of similar to like the other Illumination movies, especially the Super Mario Brothers movies, where their pacing is too quick. You don't get enough room to breathe. That's the biggest issue with this film. It just felt like there's no room to breathe or not get a chance to slow down. And yes, it is predictable. The plot is very predictable. The moment the movie starts plot's going on, I feel like I knew that something's going on. I had a feeling. It's kind of like, yep, I kind of guessed it. But that being said, it's not that bad, to be honest. I enjoyed the film what it was. Not going to win the Oscars. I'm not expecting this film to win the Best Animated Feature Film. I think this is the one Illumination film that I actually found enjoyment out of it. I know some people will hate me for saying this because I think I had a good time with it, but it's just my honest opinion. You guys might be different from me, that's fine, but honestly, I don't think that's that bad. I actually think it's entertaining. Yes, it's predictable. Yes, it's cliche. Yes, it is the way the film is structured. It is very, very formulaic from Illumination. And yes, you do get the silly stuff in there, Illumination humor, and there are some things in there that's going to piss some people off. But that being said, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was definitely a good time, and I enjoyed it more than the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I know a lot of people get hate for me for that saying that, but I don't care. Hate me if you want, but I just don't care. I'm going to give Minions and Monsters a B-. Guys, comment down below and tell me, have you seen Minions and Monsters? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think it's alright? Or do you hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below civilly, please. Stay tuned, I'll do my review of Spider-Man 2 very coming soon. And of course, I will be seeing Moana this Friday coming, so keep an eye out for a review of that very soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this review, hit that like button. If you're just new to my channel, coming across it for the first time, hit that subscribe button. And of course, hit that icon bell for more future videos just like this. See ya!